So, Dino here has been in the chat, so I'm pretty sure you're here. Is this focused on me? Not that it matters. Yeah, it's good. So yeah, Dino started producing after watching some of my videos. You're welcome, and thank you again for the kind words. So any feedback on the mixing and mastering would mean a lot. So I'm guessing they're probably quite new to production if they've just started off my videos. Nice. You know, I did think of doing, the weather's been so good, I did think of just doing a live stream outside one day. So the actual like arrangement and energy is great. I do hear some like, what would I say? Like some distortion in the upper treble that I think is too much, and it might be from a mastering plugin. It might be from a limiter. It could be a compressor on a bus, but let me try and hone in on it. Yeah. Something just breaks up a little bit too much here, in my opinion. It's like there's an overdrive or a screaming distortion on there, on something. It's quite smooth here. Nice. Yeah, something's off with that. There's something a bit phasey in the treble. So I like how things open up, the stereo image opens up, but I feel like things are a little bit too mono actually. So I like that you're playing with mono and the sort of stereo width, but I would say let's keep everything a little bit wider all the time. Let's see if I can add a plugin without destroying this. So if I add Imager, yeah, that's what it's called. You can tell I don't use, oh, sorry. You can tell I don't use this plugin too often, but it's kind of cool because you can like give it a zone and then widen that zone. So let's take a listen. Forgive me, I know that's quite brittle. So it still sounds a bit phasey, but if I turn this on and off, let's see what we've got. See how it gets very thin? And if I push it really far, that's obviously too dramatic. But hopefully that will come across on YouTube. Sometimes, depending on what you're listening on, you can't hear these small changes I make. When I use Imager, I always keep it to like 5%, 10%, but on individual tracks it can sound cool. Because there wasn't much side, I had to turn on the stereo eyes, which this must be some kind of like very smart Hass delay type thing. I actually don't know how it works. I should read the manual. This is like one plugin that I've never bothered to ever check the manual on, but you can see on the scope here it is definitely very mono when it's turned off. I would sort of expect to see a little bit more in these regions here, not too wide, but if I push this, we've got a little bit more. And that's not, like I always say this, so, and everyone says this, don't mix with your eyes. But having visual meters and tools does certainly help. Even just being able to see a waveform like this is very helpful. I really like that track. I think overall, something's going on. It might be like, it sounds like there's that like Windows sound enhancement turned on or something. Some sound enhancement has been turned on the export and just something sounds weird. And it's not 24 versus 16-bit. This is not 48K versus 44K. This is not one of those discussions. Something is it sounds like something's folding your stereo image into mono and causing some kind of phase cancellation, but it's really difficult to figure that out. Let's see. But Dino, the takeaway I would say, as you probably understand, because you've watched plenty of my videos, we're all about balance, is that I really don't want you to just take a stereo widening plugin and put it on your master track. This is, just me trying to show you this. I would definitely recommend finding the source of the problem, like muting tracks until the high end sounds clear and open. And when you listen to your own song a lot, you'll be thinking, what? There's nothing wrong with the high end. If you go to Spotify and listen to a bunch of songs, suddenly they'll sound super wide and you'll be like, oh, okay. It'll recalibrate you a little bit, But everything else, like arrangement, the energy, the vibe, so to speak, I love it. This is like, it gets you moving. So yeah, really, really good stuff.